Get cozy with the list. We're cuckoo for cocoa with international hot chocolate recipes.
There is nothing better on a winter's day.
Then snuggle up to self-improvement books.
It's how you show up in job interviews, how you show up on a date.
And protect your feet with state-of-the-art socks.
This really unique type of compression that you can really pull and feel.
But first, embrace the winter tide like a Norwegian.
Spending your time outside.
That's at the top of our list right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Shaguna Duolo. There's a chill in the air, so we decided to do a special show today called Get Cozy. All about the ways you can stay happy and comfortable when the weather outside gets cold and icy.
So to get us started, Teresa Strasser has an interesting strategy on dealing with the coming winter. Ask some experts.
Like the folks who live in Norway that are pretty much pros at handling freezing temperatures. So Norwegian tips on weathering the winter are our featured story at the top of the list.
Grab your winter coat because we are off to Norway to learn about
Friluftsliv,
a Norwegian word meaning
a life outside in the fresh air.
Norwegians have learned to embrace the cold because
Norway is very cold. 6 months of the year, we get down to like negative 20 degrees, especially in the northern part of Norway.
So whether you are practicing friluftsliv by skiing, sledding, or camping, we turn to native Norwegian Erik Lundby to give us some tips so we too can welcome the cold with open arms. First, obviously, you want to bundle up.
I would definitely do like 3 or 4 thin layers.
Then he says bring a winter jacket as well as a waterproof one because you got to be prepared for any kind of weather.
Living where I do, you can go to bed at negative 10 degrees and you can wake up at 35 and it could be raining. So bring different types of layers.
And pro tip?
Wool directly on the body. Do not wear cotton. Cotton is like wearing a fridge. Wool never gets cold.
Next up, you don't have to go far to enjoy friluftsliv. Make it simple.
Spending your time outside is friluftsliv. Fishing is friluftsliv. Skiing is friluftsliv.
And if you can't do those things, Erik recommends
you eat your lunch outside instead of, at a restaurant. If anything, just go into a park and not sit in the open grassy field, but go inside by the woods and just sit down and, be alone a little bit.
Finally, he says, turn off your phone.
If you go out in the wild, you have to make sure that you can always contact someone. So I turn off my phone to save battery.
Plus, Erik says turning it off helps you focus on being present.
You can just sit there and look out into nothing and just think. So if you can rent a cabin or if you can just take some time off and then not necessarily focus on the phone, then I think it's a good thing.
Bring it on, cold, because we are ready for you. And that's what's on top of the list.
A lot of families fell in love with jigsaw puzzles during the pandemic because they're a perfect way to have fun indoors, which also makes them great for winter. Bonus, they have proven benefits for your brain and your health. So we are checking out the payoffs of puzzling.
As puzzling as it may sound, putting those jigsaw pieces together actually helps us hold it together mentally.
It's like getting a full body workout, but for your brain.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Dan Pallison says the first and biggest benefit is getting a full brain workout, as in the left and right sides collaborate.
The left side is responsible for logic and reason, and the right side is more creative. And something like a puzzle actually forces both sides of the brain to come together and work together in harmony.
But you got that one.
One of the benefits of working out your brain through a puzzle is it slows down cognitive aging. And so what we see is decreases in dementia. There's even some links to reduced likelihood of Alzheimer's disease later on in life. When you are exercising your brain, you're keeping it fresh, you're keeping it healthy.
Getting better at sizing up a situation through visual spatial reasoning is the next health benefit of puzzling.
What that is it's basically our ability to understand where objects are in space. So you think about a puzzle piece, and in your mind, you're rotating pieces that are on the table trying to find that exact piece.
Dr. Dan says this has tangible, real-world benefits.
It makes us more aware, it makes us more conscious, it makes us better drivers. We can assemble furniture better, we have a better idea of how things fit together.
The third piece to our puzzle is lowering stress.
When we are awake and alert and working on tasks, our brain is operating with beta waves. And when we're in more of a meditative state, our brain sort of relaxes into what we call alpha waves. And what we know about a task like a puzzle is we're also going into that more alpha wave activity. And what that does is it kind of frees up our mind to be more creative and think about big picture ideas while working on a really specific task.
We'll end by reconnecting with family while taking a break from the digital world.
You don't have to start and stop it. You don't have to pause it like a video game. Your phones are put away, screens are off, and you can just gather around a table and work on a puzzle.
Yeah, we're masters at puzzling. Building better health, one piece at a time.
Science isn't generally associated with comfort, but that's about to change from the ground up. Jimmy Rhodes learned how tech is finding its way to your feet through the new science of socks.
Socks have been around for thousands of years, but the evolution of the design, function, and materials they're made from has been slow. These days, a few companies are using science and engineering to rethink the sock and changing everything from warmth and comfort to performance. We'll start with Lasso, which uses compression technology that offers built-in ankle support for sports and exercise.
And they were shown to reduce ankle rolling by 75%.
Parthu Nava, CEO of Lasso, was a biomedical engineer when he broke his ankle, which inspired him to create this high-tech sock.
I spent a lot of time rehabbing and learned a lot of how the body works, and took my background in biomedical engineering, sought out to make a product that can actually mimic having extra ankle support. The way it works is it has this really unique type of compression, which you can really pull and feel. And the compression really stabilizes your ankle when you move, and it mimics medical tape.
But the secret is in the multiple materials used to lasso our ankles into place.
Introducing some special varieties of nylon, spandex, and polyester into the mix.
Find Lasso socks for about $30 a pair online. Next up, Bombas, a Shark Tank success story that fixed the problematic no-show sock.
Known the world over for sliding right off your heel.
Bombas spent years figuring out how to keep our socks from slipping, something almost all of us can relate to.
We've engineered the most comfortable, form-fitting, technically advanced no-shows.
They have a special coating on the inside of the sock that sticks to your heel, along with a cushioning pad.
With the promise of all-day stay.
Along with their dozens of other styles, the no-slip no-shows are also helping to keep the less fortunate warm and comfortable.
One pair purchased equals one pair donated.
Find them online for about $13 a pair.
Stampeding into our last spot, the Bison Trail Sock by United by Blue. It uses bison wool, which in addition to moisture wicking and warmth, offers a high level of comfort.
And when I got my hands on that fiber, I just knew it was the fiber that I wanted to make a sock out of.
Brian Linton, CEO of United by Blue, says his designers love the bison wool for its foot-friendly features.
Bison fiber is better for your feet for a lot of different reasons. It's a wool-like yarn, which means it's warm when wet. There's no known allergies to bison, and it's one of the softest fibers we have access to.
You can find the Bison Trail Sock online for about $32. A whole new approach to footwear and foot care. That's the science of socks.
Up next on the list,
Stop and do a self-audit.
books to help you be the best version of you.
I think it's essential in all human relationships.
Plus, cutting-edge clothing that will literally have you turning on the heat. Then,
it makes you want to pursue your dreams.
Movies to help inspire you through the winter.
In so many different ways.
Get cozy with us next.
Welcome back. There's no better way to get cozy on a chilly day than curling up with a good book And if you're looking to get a jump on your New Year's resolutions, Hattie D. Jamal has 3 books to build an even better you before 2022.
Remember those New Year, New Me resolutions we made at the start of the year? Well, it's never too late to
stop and do a self-audit.
Life coach and media expert Barbara Abel says it's never a bad time for self-growth, and she has a few books that can help you be a better you, starting with The Lost Art of Connecting.
It explains the value of connecting, why it's important. I think it's essential in all human relationships.
In a world where making new friends means clicking the accept button, this book reintroduces us to the simple skill of building authentic and meaningful relationships in the real world.
Susan McPherson has broken it down into 3 actionable sections: gather, ask, and do. So gather is about creating opportunity. Asking is not just asking for help, but it's asking what you can do for others to help. And then the do part is going deeper with people, and the follow-up and being consistent.
Coming in at just under 200 pages, this book makes for an easy weekend read. Next up,
Boundary Boss by Terry Cole.
Barbara says the essential part of having an authentic relationship is setting up and maintaining healthy boundaries.
How to set boundaries offers a ton of really easy, actionable exercises as well as scripts to practice.
With a conversational tone and easy to digest concepts, Barbara says this book is a real game changer. And finally, The Charisma Myth by Olivia Fox.
She developed this process, how anyone can master the art and science of personal magnetism.
The author is a researcher who set out to prove charisma isn't something you're just born with, it's something you can learn.
She breaks down charisma to an equation that's presence, power, and warmth. And we all have a default setting.
Barbara says it's important to discover what your default setting is.
Some of us are naturally warm, some of us are naturally just very present, and others come from a place of real power.
The book delves into learning to embrace all 3 of those settings and shows us how to use them to our charismatic advantage wherever we may need it.
Because it's how you show up in job interviews, how you show up on a date, how you show up in meetings.
Turning the page to a better you, one book at a time.
Well, before we know it, that icy winter weather will be here. So we are looking at some state-of-the-art ways to stay toasty and stylish. Jimmy Rhodes shares 3 warm wearables on the buzz list. Jimmy.
Thanks. These hot, high-tech pieces of clothing will add some warmth to your wardrobe. Coming in at number 1, Quanta Vici, a line of heated gloves and socks designed to keep your digits and little piggies extra warm.
No matter the weather, you will never be 1 degree colder or warmer than you set.
These thin, light, and breathable wearables can heat up to 131 degrees for over 6.5 hours.
This perfect smart apparel experience was made possible by our new cutting-edge technology with built-in sensors.
Just tap your phone to connect, set your temperature, and go.
Plus, just like your smartphone, you can charge it easy and quick with USB-C.
They start at $200 at quantavici.com. At number 2, Soul Heatwear, a heated jacket with designs for men and women.
To turn the jacket on, simply press and hold the inside button for 3 seconds. Once it's on, you can choose from 3 heat settings.
They also have a smartphone app that connects with your jacket via Bluetooth,
allowing you to set your exact temperature with the turn of a dial.
Its battery lasts 2 hours on high heat, 6 hours on medium, and 8 hours on low.
Oh, and did we mention that the Soul battery can also charge all of your devices on the go?
It's lightweight, compact, and made from water-resistant and windproof fabric. It even lets you ditch those hand warmers,
as we place heat panels right inside of the front pockets.
This one will set you back $190 at soulheatwear.com. And third on our warm wearable list, the Flare, a heated shirt designed to keep you warm for 5 hours per charge.
It's equal parts dapper and technical. Let's start with the technology of the Flare that makes it so unique.
Heating elements in the shirt use patented carbon fiber technology that quickly heats up using minimal power.
There are 3 different warmth modes to cycle through to find perfect temperature. Click the button to low for the longest lasting heat setting.
Click it to medium warmth for an extra boost on a brisk day, or high for furnace-like heat on those extra frigid days.
Like putting on a shirt right out of the dryer.
It's made from soft, moisture-wicking fabric and has 2 pockets.
The shirt's side pocket fits the included power bank with room to spare. The back pocket can be used for items like your phone, car keys, or granola bar.
This one's going for $130 at blankgear.com. Couture that actually keeps you hot on the buzz list. We've got lots more to come on the list. Stay with us.
Welcome back to our Get Cozy show. If you have a rough day, comfort food can reboot your mood. But if you don't want the calories that go with it, we've got the cinematic equivalent, comfort movies, and they're on the hot list.
If you're feeling sad, distressed, or overwhelmed, you're not alone. And film critic Zach Pope's here to help with 3 critically acclaimed and rentable films from the past decade, guaranteed to boost your mood.
Oh, fantastic!
Let's start with Sing Street.
If you love coming-of-age films and you love rock music, this is the film for you.
We need to form a band.
This 2016 flick, which has a whopping 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, follows a teenager in 1980s Ireland who starts a band to impress an aspiring model.
It puts a smile on your face, it makes you want to pursue your dreams, and it really inspires you in so many different ways. And after you watch this film, you will definitely be queuing up all the music on every car ride, and any moment that you are doing something, you will be listening to the music for days to come.
Now to another coming-of-age film, director Wes Anderson's Moonrise Kingdom.
If you're just looking to be transported to another place and really just feel all comfortable with smiles all around, this film will do that for you.
Does it concern you that your daughter has just run away from home?
That's a loaded question. This 2012 movie has an impressive 93% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and is Anderson's highest-grossing film ever in the U.S. The star-studded cast includes Edward Norton, Bruce Willis, and Bill Murray. It's about the quest to track down a pair of kids who've run away together.
It's true. It touches on humanity, and my favorite thing about that is how it deals with how we treat each other, and in general, how we should be treating each other.
What's this? And finally, let's wrap up our comforting movie list with the cuteness of Paddington 2.
This is perfect.
The 2017 family flick has a near-perfect 99% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes.
And yes, while this is a sequel to the very first Paddington, which is an enjoyable film, you don't have to watch it. That's what makes this film so good. It stands on its own.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just oozes with charm, and right now, that's the type of film everyone needs to watch.
Paddington wouldn't hesitate if any of us needed help. He looks for the good in all of us.
Movies that'll give you a big bear hug on the hot list.
Coming up, the warming, wonderful world of hot chocolate. That's next.
Want more mouth-watering recipes?
Absolutely delicious.
How about the latest fitness trends?
It can help calm us, improve our mood.
Financial tips?
People who budget will succeed.
Go to thelisttv.com and get uninterrupted access to great lifestyle trends, tips, and helpful hints, all at your fingertips.
You've got something that looks a little bit more unique.
Get what's new, what's now, and what's next. thelisttv.com.
Welcome back, friends. You know, you can't really do a show about getting cozy without talking about the ultimate winter weather comfort beverage, hot chocolate. We are going loco for cocoa recipes from around the world.
When the weather outside is frightful, a cup of hot chocolate is delightful. There are different recipes around the globe, and we're tasting 3. Starting with Italian Cioccolata Caldo.
There is nothing better than some warm hot chocolate on a winter's day. So we've got the Italian version of their hot chocolate.
The process in which this is done is quite special in that we melt the chocolate nice and slow. It's going to be quite a bit thicker than your traditional hot chocolate.
Sheldon Wiley from Hash Kitchen added sugar and hot milk to melted chocolate and whisked it until blended. Then it was time to grab a spoon.
This is not something that you drink. This is something that you really kind of, wow!
That's for you, your weapon of choice.
I'm in my happy place.
Next, we're getting spicy in India with chai-spiced hot chocolate.
So in India, of course, a lot of their foods and drinks are known for their spices, which is what we have here.
That is correct. In India, this is more like a chai tea.
We combined powdered cocoa with traditional chai spices, then added the milk and gave it a steam.
Stop it. This is fantastic. All of those spices are coming together so beautifully. The steam from the milk and the chocolate. Oh my gosh, I am in chocolate heaven.
Finally, there's nothing cheesy about Colombian hot chocolate con queso.
So we are in Colombia now?
Pretty straightforward, except there's a twist.
Okay.
First, we combined milk, cocoa powder, and cayenne pepper for a kick and steamed it together. Then,
cheese.
What? Cheese in our hot chocolate?
This is the secret ingredient to a Colombian hot chocolate, right? Let's just go ahead and add a few.
This is a first for me. Fantastic.
What do you think?
It's the cheese and the chocolate and then the cayenne spice that's all coming together. I need a fireplace, please.
warm up with these recipes on thelisttv.com. Now we can truly consider ourselves hot chocolate connoisseurs.
Hot cocoa next to a fire, one of life's greatest joys.
Christina, it doesn't get much better than that, except for maybe a margarita next to the ocean.
Right, different seasons though, right?
Very much so. Thanks for watching.